In this demo, I'll be walking through the process of configuring a web application firewall on the Sophos XG firewall. Let's take a look at a common scenario where a web application filter may be required. In this scenario, an administrator has been asked to set up the XG firewall to allow filter traffic in and out for a web server hosted within the company's network. Let's take a look at how to do this on the XG firewall. Start off by logging into the XG Firewall administration portal. We'll first create a web server on the XG Firewall. Start off by navigating to Web Server. In the top right corner, click Add to begin the process of creating a new web server. Here we'll start off by giving our web server a name. In this case, we're going to call it WAF Test. Optionally, we can add a description as well, but in this case we'll leave it blank. Then we'll specify a host. In this particular case we're going to select web server, as we've already defined our web server under IP host. We'll leave the rest of the options set to default. Once that's all completed, simply click Save, and your web server has been created. Next we're going to create a firewall rule. And to do this, we'll navigate to Firewall, and we'll click Add Firewall Rule in the top right corner, and select Business Application Rule. Here we're going to select Web Server Protection as our application template, and we're going to give it a rule name. In this case, we'll call it WAF Test. Next, we need to specify some configuration details for our hosted server. First one being the hosted address. Here we'll select port 2, which is our WAN port. We'll also need to specify any domains that the web server is using. So in this particular case, we're going to enter in waftest.sophos.com. Next, under the Protected Servers section, we're going to select WAF Test under the list of web servers. This is the web server that we created in our previous step. Lastly, we'll click Save to finish creating our firewall rule. In this demonstration, we configured a web server, then we also created a business application rule to allow traffic for that web server.